So today I'm going to be doing a random ass video for you. Just in the past couple days I've accumulated something. I went to Kohls yesterday. I did, go to the shoe section yesterday and it was an absolute wreck. And I was actually surprised because, Kohls is usually one of those stores that seems pretty clean, but it was a wreck. And so the first thing that I'm going to show you is the Simply Vera Wang Naturally Radiant Hydrating Makeup. And it just looks like this. So I picked this up. I don't even know whether this is like BB cream, CC cream. I don't know whether it's foundation. I have no idea. It does. I don't know, maybe this is tinted moisturizer, I'm assuming, but I should have really paid attention to the fact that it says luminous, because this literally has, like glitter, like not glitter, but it has like little tiny shimmers, and I have it on my face right now, but I put Studio Fix foundation on just to try and tone down the shimmer, because it was really luminous. It really was. Like when you go out in the sun, it's just going to look like you put bronzer on your face to a degree. This product is on my list of I don't know right now, but I like the color. So she really got the color right. So the next thing that I bought was a brush. They say it's a contouring brush and it looks like this. It's from Elle, and I believe this is Elle magazine. So I asked the woman that, worked in this section, and she claimed that it was Elle magazine. And this looks like Elle magazine's font on this packaging right now. So it was 60% off, so I got it for $4.80. I don't know, hopefully you can see that. I'm not sure if this really is from Elle magazine. Somebody let me know, because I didn't even know that they did like brushes. I thought they were a magazine. But anyway, this is what the brush looks like. It's very soft. It's to a degree, it's fairly heavy duty. It just has, the little L symbol on there. And they say this is contouring, but for me, this is a little small for contouring. I feel like I need a slightly larger brush for contouring. But it is good. It's heavy duty. I also got another brush, which I didn't really need this brush. This second brush was $4.80 as well from Elle. It's a slanted, I'm assuming this could be like gel eyeliner, or it could be for your eyebrows. And then I got one last product from Elle, and it is the Point Tweezers from Elle, and they just look like this. And these are originally $16, but I got them for 50% off, so I paid $8 for these. And I knew that these tweezers were going to be heavy duty, and that is the real key to a really great tweezer, is having them be heavy duty. This is the ones that I got. These are, like I said, the pointed ones, so I'll show you. They look like the point. And then they have like a little design in them, and then it says Elle on them. And they're just black with the red L. And I just wanted to share with you guys a book I have been reading. I saw it downstairs in my closet, and I don't know how it got there. I asked both of my parents. I was like, where did we get this book? And my dad, of course, he steps forward and says, it's my book, it's my book. But after like I show you what the book looks like and all that other stuff, I doubt that it's his book. Maybe he just found it. He works at a high school, so maybe he found it and just bought it home randomly or something. I have no idea where this book came from, but I am glad that I have it. Self-Esteem, and it is by Matthew McKay and Patrick Fanning. So I believe I've heard of Patrick Fanning before. I started reading this book, and I'm on chapter 3 right now, which is Disarming the Critic. And this chapter basically is just stating that, your inner critic. Everybody has this person inside of them who's negative, or, you can't do that, or like, who are you to do, especially if you have low self-esteem. It's because something inside of you is telling you that you can't reach your full potential, or you're not worth your full potential. And that's what makes you, shut down. That's what makes you go back into your shell, and you know, maybe you might say you're shy, and some people say that there's no such thing as being shy. You know, shy is low self-esteem. But I'm also reading another book, which is actually, where did I buy it? From Kindle, and it's called Quiet, and that book is all about introverts, being an introvert. And in that book, which I can't remember what the author's name is, but that book tells you that just because you're quiet and just because you're shy doesn't mean that you have low self-esteem, and it just means that you know, you may be an introvert. So that book helps you identify whether you're an introvert, and it also helps you, you know, for somebody who knows that they are an introvert, it allows you to understand yourself better, and it lets you know that just because society puts out there that you should be an extrovert to be successful doesn't mean that that's absolutely true. And so I really like that book. I'm in the middle of that book right now. Again, it's called Quiet. I will link it down below in my description box, and I'll have the author just in case you guys want to check out that book for all my introverts out there like myself. And so I'm reading chapter 3 of this self-esteem self-help book right now. And I just want to read to you guys a passage, and I will explain to you guys a little bit more after I read it. So it says, before you can disarm the critic, you have to know him. Secrecy is his greatest strength. So if you can get really good at hearing and identifying his voice, you will have won a major victory. So let me break it down for you. Okay? So it says, before you can disarm the critic, meaning before you can, you know, before you can defeat the voice inside of you that is telling you that you can't do what you want to do or that you're not worth it, you have to know him. So you have to be able to identify that that is the thing inside of you that is telling you you can't do what you want to do. The next thing it says is secrecy is his greatest strength. Secrecy. Hiding, you know, being able to provide you with a mental illusion that it really is yourself and that you really aren't good enough, you know. So they hide through, you know, your thoughts, and, you know, they show through your feelings, but they hide through your thoughts. Okay, so then it says, so if you can get really good at hearing and identifying his voice, you will have won a major victory. If you can get really good and master the fact that that is what it is and that's not you and that you're worth it, then you can defeat this. You can overcome this. And so that's what that little passage means, disarming the critic. And so I feel like for everybody who is struggling with low self-esteem, I struggle from low self-esteem. I think the majority of women today, you know, at some point may struggle with low self-esteem because we live in a patriarchal society. That's just what it is. You know, women are not equal to men in the society. You know, if a woman and a man go out for a job, some people say that it's true, you know, the woman will get paid just as much, but that's not always true because a lot of times the man gets the job, you know, and it's like, if you look at the bigger picture, it's like not even just a race thing, like, oh, we have our first black president. It's like, when are we getting our first female president? You know, like, why is it always just men? And it's been consecutively like that 44 times in a row, you know, and is it going to be like that another 44 times in a row? You know, women are not beneath men. We are equal. And so I do believe in feminism, and I am a feminist, and that doesn't mean that I'm a man hater or anything, or I bash men. That just means that I believe in equal rights for both sexes. That's what I believe in. I believe in equality for both of the sexes. And right now in our society, that is not what is happening. So that is why I, you know, read books like this, because society objectifies women a lot, and we're supposed to be the submissive sex. and we get objectified all the time. If anybody saw that video that went viral of that woman, who, I guess it was a social experiment, where she was walking down the street in New York and they had a hidden camera and she literally got like over, I think like 100 cat calls. And I didn't even watch the entire video, but I watched like 5 men, and she didn't even walk a block. And I watched like 5 or 6 men like catcalling her. And I just thought it was so disgusting. Like the one guy was on the phone and they were saying things like nice. And then at the end of the video, like before I shut it off, I saw this one guy who was walking next to her and he had said like, you know, oh, have a good day or something. And, oh, you know, I'm talking to you or something. And she didn't say anything. And he walked with her for 5 minutes next to her, like literally next to her. And I'm like, if she didn't say anything to you initially when you said like, oh, I'm talking to you, have a good day, then just leave her alone. You know, like, don't walk down the street with her for 5 minutes. Like, do you think that 3rd minute she was going to turn you and be like, oh, here's my number? No. It, like, 10 minutes later, she's still not going to say anything to you. But it's just like, women are so objectified. And so I always try to keep myself, you know, grounded. And I always try to keep strong. And I try to build my self-esteem all the time, because there's so many people out there, because it's a patriarchal society, that think that women are not equal to men. So we really have to keep ourselves strong, which is why I don't like when I see videos where women are fighting over men, or women are just fighting each other in general. And it really sucks, because it's just like black on black crime or something. You know, it's the same thing. It's just woman on woman crime, you know. It's crazy. It's like, if you're already down according to society's standards, why would you put yourself even further down by like killing each other off or whatever it is that you're doing? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So, you know, I like to spread the word about books like this, or, you know, anything that can help you identify yourself and identify the type of person you are. Because when you finally find out who you are, what you like, what you don't like, things like that, you just become a stronger person. And it's easier for you to say no to something. If, you know, maybe somebody's trying to take advantage of you, it's easy for you to say no, you know.